So, Wicked for Good has finally come out to cinemas. I had the chance to watch it a couple days ago, and I'm here to give my review of the film. I really enjoyed part one. I thought it was a really fun, charming, engaging movie. Runtime was too long. They could have shortened it a bit. I didn't think it needed to be almost 3 hours long. I thought the songs were really great in it. A lot of them very memorable, like Popular, Loathing, and Defying Gravity. And I thought the performances of the two main actresses were really good in it too, especially Ariana Grande. She has great comedic timing. In Wicked for Good, the runtime moves a lot quicker than the previous one. They could have even added another 20 minutes or so just to expand some of the story towards the end, which interweaves with the Wizard of Oz. I thought the performances in this movie were really great too, especially Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Their chemistry is just as good as in the first one. They play the emotional beats of the story really, really well with their characters. I thought one of the great aspects of this movie was the darker tone. It's much more serious and more dramatic than the first movie. You really get a sense of the massive scope. You get all these different locations. You get a grand scope with a massive soundtrack as well. First one, you're kind of just mainly in the school, and then at the end, the Emerald City. But this one, you get a whole heap of locations, making the world seem a lot bigger than it is. The pacing of this film is a lot better, I think, than the first one. Obviously, the runtime has to do with it. It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes, and the first film was about 2 hours and 40 minutes, which I thought they could have cut down on as well. I thought Jonathan Bailey was really good in this as well. He's become a big breakout star now. He was in the new Jurassic World, and I thought he was really good in this. One of the things I really enjoyed about this film was the darker tone compared to the light-hearted one in the first film. You really get a sense of urgency and a sense of danger for the characters. Anything can happen to them. The stakes are really heightened in this movie compared to the first. It takes place right after the first movie where Elphaba has gone on the run and now Oz is after her, and Linda has to take on this public persona of being, the good witch in Oz. And another aspect I enjoyed was the propaganda and the political system of Oz, showing us how much power that propaganda can have and making it demonize people and making the public view them in a certain way. What's really good about this film as well is the production design and the acting, the sets. That was really good too. You're getting a really high budget, so you're gonna get good cinematography as well. And the director did a really good time as well. There are a lot of great shots in the movie, and you get these really nice wide shots at times, and it looks really good and very immersive. In this film, the emotions are really high. You're dealing with love triangles, betrayal, relationships crumbling. So it's not as uplifting as the first one. You've got this Greek tragedy element to the story that might turn people off if they really liked the uplifting side of the first filming and the upbeat. They might not enjoy the sort of the darker tone of the stories. Let's go over some of the negative parts of the movie for me. And I've noticed a lot of other people have had the same complaints as well. There might be some minor spoilers here, so just in case you haven't seen it yet, watch it and then come back to the review. One of the negatives for me is that the story beats towards the end, when they try to interweave the story of The Wizard of Oz into this, it just feels a bit clunky to me, and it feels like that they're trying to fit pieces together that don't necessarily fit, like they're forcing something onto the story that doesn't feel very organic and feels very contrived, like certain characters turn into other people from the original Wizard of Oz, and you're thinking, I don't know if that's completely logical. Another aspect I thought was a negative was that um, I saw the play last year before the part one came out, and I thought it was really good. I saw it here in Melbourne, and one of the things I cut out from the story was that Nessa Rose, she starts walking again. Her sister casts a spell and she can walk again. They didn't have that in this movie because obviously the actress who plays Nessa Rose is actually in a wheelchair and they couldn't do that part, which is kind of a big deal for the character towards the end. I think it would have been better if they try to find a way to fit that storyline in there, or maybe they would have been better off, casting a different actress as well. Also, the songs in the second movie are not as good as the first one. They've added two new songs for Glinda and Elphaba, and for me, those two songs, they don't really add much value to the film. They don't progress the storyline or they say anything else about the characters that we didn't already know. So I thought those two songs didn't need to be there. And also with this storylines, the plot twists can be quite predictable. That they build up one thing, and then by the time it happens, you're like, oh well, I could see that coming. Just trying to surprise you with these twists, but then they don't actually are very surprising. And one other thing about the cinematography is that a lot of the shots felt very dim and a bit too bright at times. There's quite a lot of backlight. Not as much in this one as there was in the previous one, but it was still a bit noticeable sometimes. And some of the background imagery, like in Elphaba's hideout, looks very, bland and blurry, and I think they could have really gotten the color up and made it more clear looking as well. Some of the performances, like this of the supporting cast, wasn't as strong as in the first one. Like Michelle Yeoh, I thought her acting in this one wasn't as good in the first one. I didn't think she was that strong of a singer as well. And I really like this actress as well, but I thought in this one she wasn't as great. And a lot of people are saying, they should have recasted her with an actress who has a really strong singing voice, and I kind of agree with that as well. Also, some of the CGI animals didn't really do much for me. I thought their CG was very bland and not up to the standards that we see these days in terms of CGI and things like that. The box office for the film has been really great too. It's broken all these records. It's gotten over $150 million domestically in America over the weekend, and it's grossed over 200 million so far worldwide, and that number is going to continue growing over the next few weeks and stuff, and it's most likely going to earn more money than the original film did. So I give the movie about a 7.8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Um, Maybe I enjoyed the first one a bit more, but it's still a great story. Great performances, good songs. If you enjoyed the first one, you're most likely going to enjoy the second one. Despite some problems with the story, the clunky aspects and the interweaving of Wizard of Oz, I think it's a really good film. I enjoyed the darker tone, the character development of Elphaba and Glinda was really good. Um, I thought that some of the songs were really good too, like No Good Deed and As Long as You're Mine. And I think my favorite was the last song, For Good. But that was really well done, and the camera movements in that scene were really good. And the cinematography is really great as well. And there are some amazing shots, especially a final shot with Elphaba and Glinda through the door was really good. So if you enjoyed the first movie, you'll probably like the second one a lot more. Thank you. Let me know what you thought of the film. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and you can also support this channel by clicking on the Buy Me a Coffee link and leaving a donation. And thank you for watching.